I'm going to give you an explanation about tonight's cook. It's slightly chaotic because I had all these ideas. Normally when I do a cook for you, it's all set in my head. I've got everything prepared. I know what I'm going to do. But I just had all these flavour things hitting me and I didn't really know what I was going to do tonight. So watch the film to watch the processes. Don't listen to anything I'm saying. I'm going to give you a proper measured out recipe. Enjoy. So I realise it's kind of turning into this thing where I'm filming everything I'm cooking. Tonight it's something really, I wanted vegetarian. It's going to be orzo with Brussels sprouts and anything else that I decide to put in it, so we can work through it. I think there's going to be some parmesan in there. There's definitely going to be some lemon because I just want that whole fresh thing tonight. But I'm going to start by making a Pangritata, which is going to be the texture that goes on the top. So I've melted some butter. I've got some panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to put in a large handful and toast it. And you're going to want to know what that is in grams. It's about 20 grams. And you have to watch it because it will burn very quickly. So I'm just going to leave that to toast. I've also got a horrible chest thing. It's not COVID, because I know that Barbieheimer or Oppenarby, whatever it's called, that everyone that's gone to see Barbie and Oppenheimer has caught COVID because so many people are going to the cinema. I have seen both in the last week and I did a COVID test this morning and I am COVID free, but I seem to have this awful chest cold. So this starts turning very quickly. Can you see? It's nice and brown. It's not burnt yet, but it is toasted. I've taken it off the heat and I am going to tip it. Oh, you can't see. Oh well. I'm going to tip it out of the pan so that it stops cooking. And that is going to be what I sprinkle all over the top of my pasta. If I'd been thinking, I would have tipped it into the bowl because I forgot that I'm going to add to it. I've got some fresh parsley, which I'm going to add in there. I've got the lemon. Some of this I'm going to add to the pasta when I cook it, but for now I'm going to add a little bit of lemon zest. I love this. It's microplane. They're fantastic. So I'm going to add some lemon zest to the Pangritata in there. Just give it a good, oh, it's lovely and warm. Ooh. Oh, that smells gorgeous. Okay, let's see what I do with the rest of the recipe. Cook the Brussels sprouts in boiling water to the way you like them. They're going to be finished off in a little bit of butter. I'm just going to take them out of the water and drain them in ice cold water. The ice cold water will stop them cooking and maintain their lovely green colour. And then I'm going to cook the orzo in the same water in which I cooked the Brussels. I think this whole dish will pull together now in about 10 minutes. The water in which I cooked the Brussels sprouts and bringing it back to the boil. I've made sure there's plenty of salt in there. In this pan, I am melting about 50 grams of butter. This is going to be a buttery pasta. It's not about olive oil or any of that. So the butter is melting, and actually I'm just going to start by putting in the spring onion and some parsley in there. I'm going to just saute it on a really low light. I want chilli. This is optional. I'm just going to put a little bit of chilli in there. This is coming to a boil. I've got 120 grams of orzo. That's going to go in the salted Brussels sprout water, and that will take about 10 minutes to cook. Pasta is now down to a simmer. The onions and parsley have cooked for a little bit. I'm just going to add in now the Brussels sprouts. There's plenty of butter in there. I'm going to make sure it's all coated. I'll bring it to turn the heat up I want to bring it to a high heat, and then I'm actually going to add a splash of white wine, which is going to give it a little bit of acidity and will turn all that butter into an emulsion. And now I'm looking for my thing to click it off. I'm so not polished. This is not a polished video. This is you seeing me cooking something when I've got a stinking cold, but I have to eat. A girl's got to eat. I was just thinking, you know, with these recipes, there's actually very few ingredients in this one. It is basically just Brussels sprouts, some spring onions and some orzo. Am I overcomplicating it by adding a splash of wine? Yes, I probably am. But I want you to enjoy what I enjoy. And for me, it's all of the things that I have learnt over the years from cooking for the restaurant, the little secrets of packing a punch, packing in some flavour. So I'm going to get beautiful. Now this is bubbling nicely now. This is on a nice high heat, so I am going to just add a splash of wine. And I'll bubble the alcohol off. But this is what I've learnt about cooking. You can take a few simple ingredients and make them wonderful. So I'm going to leave that to just bubble and reduce down. And then towards the end, I will be, well, you'll see what I'll do. I'm going to stir in the orzo, I'm going to stir in parmesan, I'm going to stir in some more lemon. Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, bubbling. Orzo. Oh God, I've had so much wine now, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I've cooked way too much orzo, so we're going to just put that much in. So when I was doing this recipe, I panicked I hadn't made enough orzo, so I paused the whole film and cooked the same amount again. And in fact, I realised it was enough all along. So, oh, whatever. I'm going to now tip in, that's about 20 grams of parmesan. I'm going to put in some lovely fresh lemon, because I love lemon. I'm going to turn that off, turn the heat off. Actually, this looks unctuous and gorgeous. So this is buttery, not oily. I've gone for butter tonight. By all means, add a little bit more chili flakes if you want. Oh, there we are. I'm going to pass me a bowl. Serve it, and then I'm going to photograph it. So have a bowl. I'm going to just put a load in a bowl. That looks lovely. Why wouldn't you want that? Oh, what are they called? Brussels sprouts, chili, lemon, and orzo. Ta-da! Yeah. Wait, I forgot this. And Pangritata. Pangritata go. I knew something was missing. That's the little bit of crunch. Now it's a ta-da moment.